Oh no, I don't believe it.
Doublelicious.com, she Kinfolk Omar Jose, coming with another life on life situation. I was in the shower today, and it was like something I had to talk to myself today. Good tone while we meditate and get right with ourselves. Listen to the slow down version of some of the old school stuff. This one's gonna be entitled The Stage Isn't Self. The Stage Isn't Self. The Evolution. Doublelicious.com. Jose Omar. Cash App. Solid Inc. Money sign Jose Omar. Contact us at clear.image@doublelicious.com. And repeat, clear.image@doublelicious.com. And we take donations. Money sign Jose Omar. Cash App. Doublelicious.com. Doublelicious.com. Get it? Doublelicious.com. Remix. Doublelicious.com. Hello. What's up? Here we go. Let's get in this. What's up, folks? What's up? What's up? It's Kim Folk, Omar Hosea, saying what's going down here. Fix the screen real quick. Get some width on this piece. Coming here to you with another photogenic, mind-altering, life-informative experience. We'll get a photo up here real quick for the background. Get a photo up here for the background. Let's see what we got here. Fine. So I know it should have been prepared, but no, we didn't prepare it because we don't do any preparations. Everything we do is open that up real quick. Bang. Need y'all to see that ball. We'll put that in there. I want y'all to see that. Bang. Here we go. Now, this one's not going to be a long video. It's not going to be long at all. Not going to be long at all. But it was a conversation I had with myself today. Actually, it was a conversation we had for a minute. And as I was looking back on my past life's travels, and I was able to observe the exchange of the sun and moon, the dawn and dusk, life and death, day and night, sleep and woke, blah, 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 this, that, the third. And my body changed with the planet. When the earth is warming up, I get warm. When the earth is cold, my bones get super cold, really super cold. So I know when the earth is changing. So what came to my mind as I was taking a shower, how the language, what they would call the Matunetter, the language. Right, so in this language, I was getting pictures in my head, and the pictures in my head was this. First, as I traveled through the scriptures, they gave me a picture in the first place. And that picture, however, if I put my screen on, I feel like feels weird. Let me screen that. Let me put you guys on the screen. Let me put this on the screen. Put this on the screen. Let me put this on the screen. But I'm getting the picture of this, right? The picture I was showed that when the Creator made Earth, right, and all its elements, we were made from the earth, the outside shell. But the spirit of Him is His alone. And so when I look at my body earth, and I look at the spirit that's in my body earth, I say, okay, that makes sense. The spirit of the Most High and the physical shell, the earth, Mother Wisdom is in between the two. That's the scale of justice, the balance. So I'm like, okay, that's okay. I got that. We get that. That's boom. But then when he says that the earth is cursed because the earth had drank the blood of Abel. Now, mind you, Mother Earth don't know nothing about blood. There is no blood ever spilt on earth. Never. All right. So the earth had to drink a cup of blood that it had never tasted before, and it made her sick. That's why it says, thou shalt not drink blood. So the earth was not supposed to have blood in her, and the human body was not supposed to have blood. So the earth and the human body is defiled. So they have to be cleaned up because of the blood. Now to the work part, when he said, man shall till all his days. So meaning that the earth will always provide. The man will always provide. Because he should provide all his days. That's the stand. The Mother Earth provides him. She does her job, and he goes out there and goes get what Mother Earth provides through the spirit and wisdom, and bring it back to his helpmate, the wife or the woman. Got that. That was the epiphany for me today. But the other part came. The second part came like this. Was about life and death, and the ages of life, and the ages of death, and the ages of the tree of life and death. I got this big picture. We're in the Garden of Eden, right? And it's just, this thing is being played all over again. But the difference between this video and the next one, this video and the original video, is that now that we've going through the earth body or the man body, the toil, the curse, and all that. So now there's a stage. That's why I said, man shall not live with my spirit for longer than such as time. So now at 120 years, you have a pi. That's why the Greeks get this thing called the pi, where it figures out, I think, 0.14 of a circle or whatever, which is the circle of life. Well, did you know that all this esoteric bullshit that's sending people around the world to be nothing? Come to find out that what they was really saying is that for the first quarter of your life in the circle of life, all right, 1/3 of 120, half of 120 is 60. All right, that's half. So at half is 60 will be 30. So you get up until 30 years old to enjoy the tree of good and evil. And in this 30-year period of good and evil, you have to accumulate some type of understanding. You've had to accumulate some type of tools to evolve to the next piece of the pie in life. As I said, the pie's in the sky. The pie's not in the sky. The pie. You are the pie. And your thoughts is the sky, which is mean limitless. This is not pre-rehearsed. This is not pre-told. This is all fresh from this morning from heating my bones up because it was ice cold. Get the information. Let me see. All right, 30 years old. Got it. This is fresh, so I don't have it written down or nothing. That's why it's on video. That stuff I don't have enough memory to keep all this stuff in my brain, or it's just too much to write down at one time because I'll forget most of it. I think this is why the ancients had so many scribes, because there was just so much to write down that one or two wasn't enough. They had to all pick a subject as it's coming out. So from 0 to 30, all right, you have had to accumulate some type of life skills of good and evil. Now, with the good and evil life skills, you have between 30 and 60 to apply those things. 30 to 60. You have from 30 years old to 60 to apply the all good with all good and evil. You have to master good and evil by the time you're 60 years old. You have to conquer that. The stand in selflessness, but they say you was born in sin. And if you notice, they said that the Messiah, or quote unquote Jesus, whatever, he got his assignment when he was at what? 32. But the 32 is 2 years too late. It's at the age of 30. The 30 is the rebirth. The process probably takes you 2 years to actually understand or understand that this is what you're supposed to do. I.e., my children will become seers and prophets and blah, 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 blah. They told you to follow a religion and not the circle of life, so you can appreciate death when it comes your turn. Which leads me to this. I'm watching the clock of time as my turn to die is coming closer and closer. And as I'm noticing, as I'm getting closer to death, not because of my choices, but because of the nature of death and life, that my time is coming. And I'm watching other people's family members, as well as my own family members, die in segments. Now, here's the thing is, if they die before 120 or 100, they didn't accumulate enough life to complete the 120 cycle because it's 360 degrees. So once you've measured the life cycle of the 120 degree, right, not the 33rd degree, but the 120, then you're 360, you're 240 degrees far for perfection. But you can't get that perfection in this body. Why? Because this body had taste of blood from the earth. Now, if this body came from the earth that had no blood on it, then we'd be cool. But the blood has to be rinsed, i.e. Revelations, wash your red robes white. So your body is blood right now. And in order for your body to be washed white, you have to be prepared and ready to leave this red body to get your spiritual body. The whole thing is about preparation for the spirit world to come back. The blood world, the physical world, has had its pleasures already, abusing man, abusing the blood and the spirit. This may make sense to a lot of you, but this may make sense to most of you. That's what's going on. A lot of folks don't even have a clue. A lot of folks don't even have a clue. Don't have a clue. And even your scholars who's teaching you don't have a clue. Why? Because they're part of an oath who lies to them and says, here, your ceiling stops at this book. Your education stops at this book and you don't need to know no more. But what if your soul in the spirit that's in your soul is way much more than what somebody said this is enough right here? Which I, for myself, is not good at. Somebody's telling me this is the limit. And if I can see an obvious limit, then yeah, there's a limit. But if there's a limit that you're scared to go beyond or try to see if it goes further than what you thought, then we have a problem, you and myself. If you're scared to swim in the deep, and I enjoy the deep, and because you're scared of the deep because you can't stand in the deep, and I enjoy the deep because I don't want to stand in the deep, I just want to be in the deep, then that's the difference between where you're going to go when you die. You already know you're going to die. You still live your principles of when you were 30. And then you magnify those principles when you're 30 all the way up until you were 60. And then you hardened your heart in the good and evil all up until you were 70. And then your organs broke down because why? You was against earth. One, your body's made of earth. And so now your body decay in the earth is like, okay, you're not one of mine. So you go somewhere else other than earth. She don't want you. And the spirit's not going to want you because what created all this first was spirit and material earth. And so anything that was manifest through spirit and earth, along with wisdom, what they would call thoth of the emerald tablets in their own language, which is so incorrect. Between those two, if you have blood on you, you're not welcome. That's why you must not have red stained anything, red hats, red bottom shoes, because you're saying that it's okay to spill blood on the earth. And for that, the earth herself will judge you before the spirit will. That's why he says a second death. Because the earth is beautiful, and if the earth will want you to go to hell. But then the second death comes when the hell goes to the lake of fire. That's the spirit. It's cold as hell. So I want to share that with y'all real quick. You know what I mean? Like I said, this wasn't going to be a real long video or nothing like that. But support us. Be nice. We're going to be on Patreon in a minute. We're about to try to find a way to get on Patreon and have this get this monetized so we can go ahead and take care of some bills and things like that. Because we sure this helping some of you people. I know those are reading and downloading and checking it out and breaking the pieces up. And a lot of y'all's teaching it. And I know a lot of y'all's changing. Come on, man. Yes, y'all got to give back. You know, you can't be greedy, man, and you knowing you get that bread, man. You know, everything then doubled up. So, and we ain't begging for no money or nothing like that. But if you're gonna use our content, man, at least donate some bread, man. Donate something, anything. You see the information here, call us. You know what I mean? And that'd be cool. Okay, another number is 412-727 02342 too. Call me on that number as well. And we chop it up, whatever. Heavenly Father, we ask that you bless this video, let it keep us safe. We ask that you keep the people safe that's watching our videos, that are seeking your truth and wanting to investigate, they may find out for themselves. So we ask, Father, that you would bless them for what they're looking for, but also if they were not responsible for it, let them not even see the day of light or able to comprehend this information. By the power of the Spirit, I come to the power before me. I say thank you. And by hard work, that change, debunk that, please. That's why that picture's up there. You know, speaking of which, man, trying to get this back intact. Come up out of that. Boom. We about to end this video in a minute anyway. We've been asking some of y'all folks for a minute time, for years too. This is an old picture. Y'all see it in the background. And so we want to ask you to debunk this. That's what I'm looking for too. The other brothers and sisters, whatever, they have their light weapons. But till next time, man, take care of each other. We love you. And practice material and spiritual and physical celibacy. And we out.